staff, for me and my family, I can tell you that. Let's hope that this year becomes as rewarding, and rewarding is all relevant. To me, this could be, at the end of the day, my most rewarding year as a coach, and that's what I'm hoping for. Yes?
You said you were having workout with Alex, trying to get
2 days, yesterday and today.
How's that going?
I said, after today's practice, I told him I'm proud of you. It was a 27-minute workout. Yesterday, that 27 minutes was about 38 minutes. Today, he cut it down because he just, the mental part of being, you can't break down when you just feel that you're tired. And so anytime he breaks down, he has to go again on the stuff that we're doing. And it's all stuff relative to him that's going to help him in the games. This is what I used to do with NBA players if they were injured. I would personally work them out, and until they could get through the workout, I wouldn't let them play in the game. And then when they played in the game, they had better numbers than before they were injured, because I knew and they knew they were ready to go play. That's what I'm trying to get through to him. He was way better today than he was yesterday. I mean, it wasn't close. Now, was he all the way there? No. He's still not ready to play a game. Now we got to go in the next few days. We'll see where he goes, and we have time before our next game, and we'll see where he goes. We're doing the same thing with Ryan and Archie prior to practice. I'm doing it at a different time with them. And then we're doing the stuff with Kyle. Got to get tougher, man. So he's doing some stuff. A lot of that is mental too. Toughness doesn't mean you're throwing elbows and tripping and biting. A lot of times it's just that you're mentally tough enough to see a loose ball with 2 minutes left in a close game, and you will dive on that floor because you're mentally tough. Or you can back away. And there's things that this team, as individual players, has to do.
Ryan said that some of the things he did with you, there are things that he's been a certain way his whole life. He's had to change those things now. Is that what you fight with guys, that there are habits that are lifetime habits?
Yeah. And what's happened is, and I told him, you fought me the whole way. Now you just said, okay, it's not working my way. And he's changed, and things change. Now we got to get Alex to change. Cal's got to accept that he's got to get rougher and tougher, and he's got to do it.
When you talk about most rewarding it could be, can you talk about that?
Yeah, when you go through a season, you don't judge it just by wins and losses. You don't judge it just by championships. You judge it by what was accomplished by a team and how far they've come. That team 2 years ago, that was a rewarding year for me. That was like, for me to walk away from that, I could say I gave every ounce of everything I had, and these kids responded, and they benefited. Not just me benefiting, they benefited. This, where we are right now, and where we could be, individual players and as a team, this could end up being my most rewarding year. That's my whole mindset. I don't think about anything else. It's not like, well, what if this happens and we don't do what we're supposed to do? Oh my God! I don't do that. That doesn't enter my mind. My mind is, this kid's gonna be great, and it's gonna be my most rewarding year as a coach. And I don't know what that means at the end, numbers-wise, but that's my hope.
Cal Ryan said that in his individual time with you, you're maybe a little more encouraging than on him, like in practice.
Well, here's what happens when you work with kids individually as a head coach. You help build their confidence, because now you're working directly with them, but you also build your confidence in them. Do you know what I'm saying? And also now you're kind of invested in their success. So now when they succeed, you're invested in them. So it's a lot of things. I wish I had time to work with every player individually, and most of them come here with that idea, but it's just hard. And you zero in on one, you do your stuff with him, then you zero in on another. It's hard to do 12 guys.
John, can you elaborate a little on just what you're doing with Alex? What sort of drills or?
It's things that are pertinent to how he plays in transition, where he catches the ball in the court, what we're trying to get him to do. Keep his head up, get the ball by the man, catch it with 2 hands, stay down. How about this novice idea? Sprint the floor. Like, sprint. Yeah, now, you don't run like that in the game. And so we're doing all that kind of stuff. And then, between the stuff that we do, he's got to shoot free throws. The stop, you know, he wants to stop. Well, you got 10 seconds to start. That's the game. If you don't shoot it in 10 seconds, it's a miss. You got to make 4 or 5, or you got to run a 31-second run. Now, he hates to run. So today, he made every free throw. No, that can't be the guy that went 2 out of 6 and almost shot air balls left. Not air balls short. Left air balls. The same kid now makes every one today? Yes. Made every one today. Did not run a 31-second run because of free throws. Well, again, you understand the mental toughness, the focus, and you got to make losing like it's running, man. I don't want to lose, so I'm not missing these.
Yeah, what happened at the free throw line with the Maryland?
My daughter called me and said something. I mean, first of all, if I thought the wrong guy was at the line, I would get him off the line. I've said to officials, and I can't remember who the official, if I saw it off of our man and they gave us the ball, I would say, you missed that. That went the other way. And the official will stop and say, thank you, that's this way. I've done that before. I'm not trying to gain it. Here's the other thing, for all those beautiful people, I wasn't on the grassy knoll in '63. Conspiracy people, I wasn't in Dallas, and I wasn't on the grassy knoll, and I was 4 years old. Okay, so no, I thought that Alex got fouled. I thought, we won't go into that stuff either, but I thought he got fouled, and that's why I said, why are you at the line? I thought the wrong guy was at the line, which I'm not going to let them do. Now, why would I put Alex at the line when he couldn't make any shots? I would put him at the line. I would have had more confidence in Nerlens at that point. But anyway, look, that's all fine. If you want to say I was in Dallas, I was there. Whatever you think I am, I agree.
Cal, with this caliber of player that you get now, do you find that your coaching style is harder for them to take, the yelling, that kind of thing? Ryan said
no, it's not. It isn't. No. Here's what happens. They don't want to change. So your choice is, okay, I'll let you stay the same. How would Ryan have been if I let him stay the same?
Yeah.
So no. Here's what happens. My job changes every year. Why would you say your job changes? Because every team I have needs something different. This team needs something different than I'm coaching different than I did a year ago. That team didn't need the things that this team needs. And this team, there are things that that team needed, this team doesn't need. So every year I coach, I have a different job.
Don't you like that, though? It's not boring.
It'd be nice having a lesson plan every year for 8 straight years, going in, knowing what my lesson plan is, go in 2 days before it starts, and just let's get going. It's the choices you make when you're trying to make this about these kids. So,
Is Alex sensitive, just as a person? Is he sensitive to criticism, sensitive to fan?
No, he's got to change his habits just like Ryan had to. And the minute he changes his habits, the minute he changes his mentality of how he wants to play and how he needs to play, he'll be fine. I would say in 2 weeks, when you see him in 2 weeks, you'll say, you're seeing this slowly, you're seeing the change. I don't know if it'll be this week, because it's just, I'm going to have 3 workouts with him, but by that next game, I think you'll start seeing the different, you'll say, wow, is he playing different? But it's not, I'm not doing anything, I'm just making him do stuff, making him change his habits, and making him think differently about how you should play the game.
Willie said that Alex had more pressure on him than anybody else because of how good he can be. Is that a fair statement?
I think they all got pressure on them. Everyone, from Ryan to Archie to Alex to Nerlens. How about Nerlens? He's supposed to be all this, that, and the other, and you know. So playing at Kentucky, believe me, there's enough pressure on him. Willie may feel that way because there was no pressure on Willie coming in. But now what? Now that he's performed a little bit, what? There's pressure on Willie. So you know what Willie's in there doing right now? What do you think he's doing?
Free throws.
Really? Happy New Year. So let me just tell you, every one of them, to play here, it's on you. So.
Do you think of Willie saying that at the last game, he was sort of in between the way he used to shoot
Could
free
be.
throws and now.
Could be. And that's why he's in there shooting. I said you need to shoot 100 to 200 a day, and then it'll be different.
Do you expect John Hood to be back?
You know what? Now that you said that, I didn't see him today here at the lift. But, you know, we got somebody else we sent home today that was hacking. I said to the staff, the dude coughs one more time. I don't want him around us. So he was hacking this morning. Get him out.
Who's that?
I don't even know who it was. Get him out. We don't need anybody else getting sick right now.
Hey, John, against Duke, Alex was that beast, and he got the positive feedback of doing it and being dominant. Why did that go away?
I don't know, you have to ask him. But he didn't do it the whole game. You're wrong. He did it on like 7 possessions, 8 possessions. And on those 7 or 8 possessions, he got tip back dunks, he made baskets around the goals, but the rest of the time he reverted back to his jog, to standing up, to not getting the ball by the guy. And the question is, why is your mentality that that's okay? Where did you come up with that that's okay to be that way? If you're capable of doing this all the time, why would you not do it? So, you know, that's the whole mentality that you got to change, and it just takes time. See, the crazy thing is, in a normal situation, a normal freshman that's going to be with me for 4 years, is this really a big problem? No. No. Because, you know, I'm going to push you and try to make you better, but don't worry, next year you're going to be ridiculous. Your junior year? Oh my! But this is a different, this stuff is on steroids. This is a process that, you know, that you accept coming in. Good?